We're going to take a moment and chat with Antoinette from Nick's Neverland Senior Sanctuary. Antoinette, can you tell us a little bit about your facility and where you're at?
Yeah, we are located in a little town just northwest of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're actually on family land. My husband inherited the land, and we decided to turn it into a sanctuary. And we had been working with senior dogs for several years and found that people were bringing us senior dogs that they no longer wanted or had found were abandoned and or abused. And so we decided to make it into a true sanctuary where if there is an animal that needs a home, that needs to live the rest of its life in peace and love and just enjoying the outdoors or indoors or however they want to live, that's what we decided to do. And we named it after the first elderly dog that we had, and his name was Nick. He was a beautiful border collie, very smart. And when he got cancer and we found there was nothing we could do to help him, and just the cost to take care of him was, enormous.
Okay.
And so that's when we really decided, okay, we have these senior animals, let's do something to help others. And so along the way, like I said, people have found us. They found us on Facebook. They found our website. They found us through friends, through neighbors, through whatever means. And we have received animals that, again, either were left or needed a home, or in the case of two little guys that we just lost. They were 17 though. I lived a long, long life and we're so happy. They came from a gentleman who lost his home and he had nowhere to go and he did not want to take his animals to the shelter. So he called me and of course we took them in and they lived with us until they passed away a few weeks ago.
Well, it looks like a lovely place to relax in retirement for any animal. What specifically types of animals do you take in? Do you have a whole farm, or is it mostly just horses and dogs? What?
We have horses and dogs. That pretty much takes most of our time. But because we live in the country, we've rescued cats, we've rescued squirrels. My husband has pulled I don't know how many frogs out of places where dogs could get. Let's see, we've rescued, my husband he'll rescue a snake. But there's, we just love animals and we just feel that no matter who they are, what their breed is, type is, whatever, they deserve to live. And that's what we're here to do, is to give them a life.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful philosophy. So with this pandemic situation, are you finding is it hard to get funding? Are you getting inundated with more animals? How are you guys being affected?
Well, the biggest problem that we have is that a few years ago, because of all the cancer that the dogs were getting, I started doing a lot of research. And I found that dog food alone, can cause cancer. So I started cooking for my dogs. And what's happened is because of the people that do the rush on the food at the grocery stores,
oh, no.
We have found that just getting food, purchasing, any type of meat or vegetables has been a little difficult for us. And of course, in this time, they don't have the funds because people are not working, especially in the area where we live. You got a lot of people that work at plants or they work for small businesses. And with this not being able to have it open, they're finding they don't have a job. So there's no way they can do money either. And so that's been a little bit difficult for us because we do use the money for vetting. Most of everything we have either goes to food or vetting for the dogs or fixing something that needs to be fixed around here, or put up another fence, or just make another home for another dog if we need to get another kennel or put up another pen or something like that. That's where we spend our money. My husband and I haven't had a vacation in almost 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's all because we spend our time, we figure our vacation is right here. I mean, we live in the country. What better place could you go? And when I think about spending even a couple of $1,000s to go on a vacation, I think about how many dogs could I rescue?
For the dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
It's truly a commitment. It's really admirable.
Oh, it is.
Doing. I absolutely relate to that. I've been cooking for my dog up until my paycheck stopped coming, and he just doesn't understand why he doesn't have fresh ground beef and sweet potatoes every day.
Right.
Definitely.
Yep.
So for the folks out there listening who are touched by your story, how can they reach out to you and help you guys out?
Well, you can go to our website, of course. You can reach us on Facebook. We do have a Facebook page. And our website is Nick's Neverland Senior Sanctuary.com. And we do, it tells us about our story and what we do. But, basically, like I said, any funds that you can give us, anything, because we do have several older dogs that still live here. And I've got several that are on medication, and trust me, medication can cost hundreds of dollars for one dog. And then, of course, if they have cancer, we have to, take them to get medication for that. Or if they need, I have a couple of dogs that goes and gets acupuncture because their backs are so bad. And, just taking care of them, feeding them, because that can cost a lot. Just food alone can cost. But just an everyday, taking care of a dog. I mean, if you have one dog and you know what it costs for one dog, even if you go to the vet, even if you just go for regular shots, which they get regular shots, it costs. So imagine if you have a whole house full of them. Not to mention the horses, who are nothing but hay bags. So, but they're our babies too.
You guys have volunteers at your facility, or is it just you and your husband?
It's just me and my husband. It's really kind of hard to get a volunteer to come all the way out where we live, especially if they're not going to get paid. So, but yeah, it would be great if we could have some volunteers that would come and nothing else, take a dog for a walk.
Well, yeah, you hear that. If you guys are interested in volunteering, Nick's Neverland Senior Sanctuary.com could definitely use your help. You can donate directly to them or donate for the Streamathon, and we will try to issue them some funds as soon as possible. Definitely love what you're doing out there. I wish I could come visit. I would love to volunteer.
Come on, visit. We are out.
Before I let you go, is there any parting message you would like to share with the world?
The one thing is love your senior dogs. Just because they get old doesn't mean that they aren't worth living. Everyone deserves to live their life. And, if you find yourself in a situation where you can't keep your dog, find a rescue. Find someone who can take them in and give them a home.
It's very good sound advice, for sure. Thanks so much for your time.
All right. Thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you guys later.
Absolutely.